What a journey. This is Cuties for Christ, episode 3. And let me tell you something. This week has wheat for me like never before. And the the main thing that's been happening basically is just things have just not been going my way. And when we are in this battle, like I feel like I'm in a spiritual warfare. And when we're in this battle and when we have literally just given ourselves to Christ fully and trying to live in obedience, it gets harder and harder and harder. And girl, it's hardering. It's hardering. But I wanted to come on here still because one thing about it was I just wanted to make sure that um wasn't I wasn't being like that type of person. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just gonna do this, I'm not gonna say this, but I'm not like living it or it's not my truth. And I wanted to make sure that whatever I was saying was genuine and from my heart. But I also wasn't gonna put pressure on myself to do an episode every week or every other week, or make sure I have an episode every Sunday, or make sure I have an episode, whatever. I wasn't gonna put that type of pressure on me. I just said it comes whenever God gives it to me, right? And because I wasn't on a spiritual high, I was like, okay, well, I just won't do one this week. But um, I told myself that I was going to still do one because I told myself from the beginning that I wanted to make sure that you guys got to see the real, the raw, the uncut, and that you guys had the opportunity to see what it's like and my feelings and my true feelings and what I'm truly going through from beginning to end, even when it's not where I want it to be necessarily. So that's what this is. And so I wanted to share with you um, just some of the things that I've been doing. I feel like that, is going to help me or has been helping me or has helped me in the past get through something like this. And I told you guys before that what led me to Christ was the fact that there was something that was going on in my life. And it was things that I just can't change. It is what it is. Like, it's done and over now. You try to get past it, you try to heal, you try to move on. And for me, that's been harder the more time has passed. And I don't think that is anything anybody but me and God can relate to and can fully and completely understand. So that's why I ran to him. Um, so what I have been doing right now to get past this place, to get past this stump where I feel like I can't get over, is really just staying in my Bible and really making sure that I read the word. And even though it gets hard, or I get tired from I'm working and then I'm trying to read and then all this, that, and the third, I still try to press on because I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, that's what the devil wants me to do. That's what the enemy wants me to do. He wants me to quit. He wants me to put this Bible up and be like, girl, you'll do it tomorrow. No, I ain't gonna do it tomorrow, right? So what I've been doing is trying to work through those feelings of I don't really feel like doing this right now, or I don't want to do this right now, and just staying true to it. Just staying true to it, trying to read, trying to understand and gain as much from it as I possibly can. Um, and also really talking to God. I feel like a lot of times I've prayed to God, but I don't talk to God. And there's a difference between praying and talking, because you're praying for things to happen and you're praying for things, but talking to him like he your homegirl or your homeboy, I feel like it's a completely different connection. And that's what I want. So I've been trying to talk to God, and I've been trying to write it down in my journal when I'm talking to God. And I have a journal that I dedicate simply for that and to talk to him, even if that's not always vocal, but just to write down my thoughts and get them out and like, God, what is this? Why is this happening? Help me understand. I'm praying, like, give me some type of clarity. And recently, I also seen a TikTok where people were saying they will basically ask God in the midst of confusion or in the midst of, you know, trying to make a decision. God, if I'm supposed to do this, then let me see the color, blue. Something that you don't see every single day, and where God revealed this to me in my dreams, whatever the case may be. And so recently, I've tried to um, make that a part of my routine, and when I'm talking to God, and just God, I'm having a hard time with this decision. If this is meant for me, let me see this. Let me hear that. Let somebody say this to me, you know? Um, and I'm still in the beginning because I'm gonna keep it real with you. It ain't happened yet. I'm still in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But I still feel like he could come through for me and just trying to watch out for those signs and trying to make sure that they're from him is a process and it's a job. Um, but I think that you definitely have to use your discernment and be able to kind of make sure that it's from him and it's just not something that you just in your head, because you're thinking about it. So that's the kind of things that I have been trying to stay up on, and when I'm asking him things like that and just trying to name things or do things or whatever, um that is not normal or not regular for me to see. I'm not going to say, hey God, can you show me cows? I pass by cows every day. Like, that's not going to work. But another thing that I have been wanting to do or have been doing, honestly, is fasting. And my fast is a little bit different. Honestly, I do the fast the way the fast works for me, which is eating fruit, only drinking water. I eat one time during the day, during the evening, just to, make sure that I'm good. But you do your fast the way you want to do your fast, okay? And I've also been fasting from social media a little bit, and just really those main ones that I'm on, like Facebook and like my main Instagram account, I have been fasting from, and I deactivated those so that to me, it's not even enough for me to just be like, okay, I'm not gonna log in, because the temptation is always there. But if I go to it and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm supposed to be on my fast, like I'm not logged in, it's a lot easier for me to bypass and just be like, well, I ain't gonna log in. Like, I don't feel like doing all that right now, you know? So whatever works for you, and that's what works for me. And so it's getting easier and easier, and just using that time and occupying that time with different things, reading my Bible more, even if that means hopping on YouTube and looking up a sermon, talking more with God, just being one with his creation and in nature and outside and doing things and getting out of the house and just trying to really be okay and content with where I am, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I know last episode I was on this spiritual high. I was just like, yeah, I'm content. I done did this, I done had this revelation, da da da. And now I'm just like, girl. And you know what? And I've been questioning myself, and I've been questioning, am I worthy? Do I deserve this? Do I deserve the things that I want? Do I deserve to have a second chance at this? And something that my pastor said was that when you're thinking those types of things, you have to know within yourself, and you have to know what the word says, that God forgives you, that you are worthy of this, so forth and so on. And so that's what I've been really trying to tell myself and trying to train my brain, because when you're in this type of situation, it's hard, and it's been tough. It's been tough. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like I said, I wanted y'all to see this through the journey, but I am still through it all, through the tears, through the depression, through the anxiousness, through the anxiety, through the doubt. I'm still like, but God is good. But God is good, because I have seen what he has brought me through in the past. So if he has brought me through that in the past, God, why wouldn't you do it again? And why wouldn't you do it again and again and again? And so I'm just waiting. And I'm just waiting. It's as simple as that. I'm fighting, I'm praying, and I'm waiting. Okay? Again, this is a process. Okay? So literally, you just have to be one with your word, with God, and just believe and have that faith of a mustard seed. So while I'm going through this journey, and while I am healing from the things that I need to heal from, um, like I said, I really want you guys to be able to look at that and be able to connect with that and relate with that and relate to the fact that you are not always going to be on this high. You are not always going to feel 100%. You are not always going to be 100%, you know, happy and giggly and rainbows and and candy. But that's what you sign up for when you sign up to be a follower of Christ. And you just wait through the storm, because I know once I get out on the other side, there's going to be so many things that I learn, so many things that I gain that I can use in future situations. And so that's what I'm waiting for. I know there's a lesson in everything, and this is just one of those things. And it may be a little bit harder than what I intended on it being, but you know, God is still good. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you in my next one. This is Cuties for Christ podcast.